Hello, my friends. Welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. This is Jennifer. Well, as you guys can see, I made really good progress on my Christmas quilt that is based on the running dough pattern Mayflowers. These blocks are not pieced together yet. I don't even know if this is the order I'm going to put them in. They're just up on the wall right now. All I have left is to sew the blocks together, and then it has a sashing on one side, like on the left and then on the bottom, because the other parts are sashed just because of the way the blocks are constructed. So I'm going to do a quick set change, and then I have something totally different to share with you guys. So I would like to introduce you guys to my oldest UFO. I learned to hand embroider with these 5 blocks. I don't remember the blog at the time. It was a stitch along that was one a month, and I think after month 5 it just stopped, like the person stopped posting. If I can find it, I'll put a link in the description. But I was learning to hand embroider so I could hand embroider the titles on my first Project of Doom, the original Project of Doom, the one that I did, the very first ever sort of mystery quilt along with back in my live journal days. So for years, I've had this quilt top, and I had it back pieced and I had it ready to go, and I hadn't quilted it. This was my project. Everything was from my stash, so I never intended it to be a charity quilt, and I never could quite figure out what to do with it. And then, well, 9 months ago, my husband's younger brother and his wife had a baby. So this is now finished. It is bound, and it is going to this youngest niece for both a baby gift and a Christmas gift. So I'm really excited to be able to share this thing that I've held on to for so long, because I just didn't know what to do with it or who to give it to, and a lot of hours went into all of these blocks. So it's just a little extra special for the youngest member of the family. So to quilt this, I did a meander, but I also did flowers kind of all over. So like there are a couple here, and they're in the borders. And then in the embroidery, after I would quilt across, I would go back and I would pick up and do some of the details inside of the embroidery, so I just didn't end up with big puffy centers. So yeah, I love it. I think this fabric, I think I bought this fabric when I worked at a local quilt store, which I have not done since 2011 or 2012. So it's been a long, long time. So on Friday, as a thank you to my viewers and my coffee givers, I released one of my most, honestly guys, probably my most like best-selling set I ever had when I was selling patterns, and that was Holly Jolly. So this is the original set of Holly Jolly, and it comes with Santa and a tree and Mrs. Claus, a little helper there, and a penguin. And I actually think the current version, I think the penguin is smaller. This was the original set from before I started selling patterns, when this was intended for a book. But anyway, so those are now free on Sew Hooked, with a bonus Santa that I added in. I have a magnetic curtain rod that I hang wall hangings on. Well, it only had the little triangle corners, so I couldn't hang it on the door. So I went ahead and added a pocket. And the reason I'm showing you this, because it's not that exciting, is I didn't really want to have to cut a new piece of fabric or whatever for this. So I went through my pre-cuts, and this is a brick. So like a 4.5 by 8.5 inch brick. I just use that to make my sleeve. It's the perfect size for this tiny wall hanging. And now I can hang it on my front door for the rest of December. So that's all I have to show you guys this week. I am hoping to have my Christmas quilt finished so I can quilt it possibly over the weekend. I would like to be able to use it for the rest of the month, so hopefully that'll happen. And then my plan for next year is I want to do a practice quilt, like a charity quilt, and then I'm going to stockpile those to donate to Jules's Project Linus. And I'm kind of thinking every other quilt will be one of mine, because I do have a little bit of a backlog now from all the quilt tops I've made this year while I wasn't able to quilt. That is all for me. You guys have a really wonderful week. Have a crafty week. Reminder that I would love to see your video. Leave a comment, say hi, and yeah, just have a good week. I hope your mojo is okay, and I hope you're feeling okay. It's been a rough one for me, but I'm finally starting to get a little bit of that holiday spirit, a little bit more cheer. I've put some lights up in my windows in my sewing room, and just trying to get in the groove this year. It's just been a little harder because this has been a hard year, but I think I'm there, and yeah, it's starting to feel a little better. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna be done rambling now. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.